Am I the a-hole for telling a social worker the real reason my sister wants a foster kid? So, this is a throwaway account? While my sister doesn't use Reddit, we have mutual friends who do. I'm a 28-year-old female, and I have a sister, 36 female. For the sake of the story, I'll just call her Jane. Jane is married to Bob, and they have 2 kids, a boy and a girl. My niece and nephew are wonderful kids and aren't any trouble. They fight like siblings do, but nothing major. I love them. For about 2 years, I lived with my sister, and it was miserable. It really affected our relationship. She saw me as free labor, a source of money, and a built-in babysitter. Even when I managed to get a small part-time job, she demanded I hand over nearly half my paycheck or get out. She completely took advantage of me. I moved out as soon as I could, and now we have little contact outside of family gatherings. After I moved out, she started complaining about how she has no help with the kids and never gets a break. I babysit sometimes, but I've made it clear, just because I'm off work doesn't mean I want to spend an entire 8-hour day watching my niece and nephew. Anyway, she started talking about wanting to foster a kid. Not just any kid, but a teenager. I pressed her for more details, and her reasoning horrified me. She wanted to adopt a teenager so she could have a live-in babysitter for her kids. This was her logic: I want a kid around 16 or 17, someone who may have been in the system for a while. They can share a room with your nephew or sleep in the garage. They can help me with housework, chores, cooking, and my business. She bakes and sells cookies. Also, they can babysit the kids so Bob and I can go out or have some alone time. They'll be so grateful for a home, they won't complain. I won't have to pay them at all. And when they turn 18, I can just sign up for another foster kid. A teenager will be so much easier than a little kid. They'll be grateful just to have a roof, food, and siblings, especially if they've been separated from their real ones. I was horrified. I told her it was a terrible idea. She didn't listen. She went ahead with the application anyway. About a month ago, a social worker showed up at my apartment to ask me some questions about my sister. Apparently, she had listed me as a character reference. I immediately told the social worker the real reason my sister wanted to foster a kid and how she treated me when I lived with her. The lady thanked me for my honesty. A while later, my sister called me, crying. She said she was no longer being considered for fostering or adoption. The social worker told her that they didn't feel her home was a good fit. She asked if I had said anything, and I told her the truth. She went off on me, yelled, and hung up. We haven't spoken since, except for some angry texts she sent. A couple of family members are on her side. They seem to think foster kids should be grateful just to have a roof over their heads and would be more than happy to do all the housework. So, am I the a-hole here? Edit, wow. I had no idea this post blew up until I got home from work. Thank you, everyone, for the kind words, messages, and awards. Just a reminder, no child chooses the circumstances that land them in the foster care system. They are kids, and they deserve love and care. Do right by a foster kid. And thank you again. Feel free to message me or chat if you'd like.